do appreciate the coverage. I know that's not common in capitals everywhere, so thank you. Legislative session. So we are getting prepared for our legislative sprint, which is the 35-day session that starts first Monday in February. And a couple of small things, just for all of you who've been watching, the House will finish its committee appointments next week. We have new members coming. We have a couple appointments coming. I've been working with Leader Drazen to talk about some Republican changes. So that's coming, so just stay tuned. We have two members who had been appointed since the end of last session who are joining us, Raquel Bourne-Green and Vicki Brees-Iverson for their first session. We also have Akasha Lawrence Spence with the appointment for House District 36 as of last night. And we will also have House District 60, the replacement for Representative Finley, joining us. So we're trying to accommodate those changes as well. So we're looking forward to having some new faces in the session in February. Like previous short sessions, we are looking back to what was accomplished in last year's session, and there are some things that will be coming back, namely working on creating a program to reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. We believe it's very important to address a pressing issue that's important for our voters, as well as frankly, the survival of the state. And so we'll be working on the carbon pricing bill again. We also often work on emerging issues that are relevant, and for me and for many of my colleagues, that is continuing our work on housing. This session will be focusing on statewide emergency as it relates to serving Oregonians who are unsheltered. We have a lot of Oregonians who are experiencing homelessness, but we're one of 4 states that more than half of those individuals who are experiencing homelessness are unsheltered. 61% of Oregonians experiencing homelessness are now unsheltered, and that's a lot of individuals having no other option but to live on the streets. We would need 6,000 additional shelter beds in the state to address that issue. So it is a crisis. We're at crisis level. We will be addressing that this session with not only a state of emergency declaration, but also additional funding. And lastly, we all know that mental health and behavioral health issues are very important. We have now dedicated committees working on those issues. There will be some budget asks related to that, but we are also making sure we can do something as it relates to preventing suicides, and the bill for that is our safe storage bill as it relates to firearm safety. I apologize, I'm fighting a cold. So we will have a safe storage bill this session in the House. And then globally, in short sessions, we always work on budget issues. We had a successful budget session last year. We made a lot of significant new investments, but we also always have adjustments halfway through the biennium, and there'll be a lot of discussion about how best to fix those adjustments, as well as do some one-time emergency funding on certain issues. So that's the session coming up, and look forward to your questions. Representative Drazen?